So I was at training camp yesterday for the Houston Texans, the last open training camp that they had with the Miami Dolphins. And I want to touch on a couple things that they had going on yesterday, some of the pros and some of the cons, just a brief video for us. Number one, I want to say that C.J. Stroud needs to work on his quickness and his decision making. I know that he's a rookie, he's a young guy. It's going to take some time for him to kind of develop that skill. But he's definitely going to have to get to where he makes some quicker decisions in his route progressions. What I saw yesterday, there was probably about 5 or 6 times where C.J. Stroud probably would have been sacked. Of course, because it's dress rehearsal or whatever. They didn't execute with going through and making contact with the quarterback. You can't make contact in these type of scenarios. But if this was a game type of scenario, I'm sure that he would have probably been sacked about 5 times or so. That was a bit of a problem as he sat in the pocket and held the ball just a little bit too long. There were other times where it was the O-line was the problem. Obviously, that right side of the O-line is depleted right now. Got a few injuries that's going on. But we expect to see a couple of guys come back maybe later in the season. But as of right now, it is what it is, man. That right side of the line has to play better, man. And, there were some rushes that happened, and it just, man, listen, we can have LT on the left side all day long, man, and that's gonna be great. Juice is looking better at the center position. Of course, he's still a rookie, so there's some things that he's missing out on, and not his fault. It's just something he's got to get up to speed with. But that right side of the line is going to be a problem. Just leaving some guys out there on the island, and the defense is starting to make some adjustments, and they can definitely see that there's some weak points on that offensive line. So where we started the season, we started the off season knowing that the offensive line was going to be maybe a strong point. All of a sudden now there's some things that cause some concern, and so that's a big issue. Number two, I guess that was number 2. Number 3, the defense. I want to cover that real quick. Defense is actually a pro. So there wasn't any fantastic plays that were made to end practice or anything like that. There was a pass breakup that was made that was pretty good, but I think if they were running full speed, the defense probably would have been showing a little bit better. But what can be said is that the defense is pretty consistent. We know exactly what the defense has to bring, what they have to offer right now, and so we know that that's definitely going to be the strong point of the team. When they play on Saturday, I think that you'll see that when they go out against Tua. There was definitely a couple times where they could have had a few sacks. The defensive line, man, they definitely are playing strong. There was a stunt play that I think I haven't seen it on any highlights or anything like that. I think I had it on film, but I can't find it right now. But basically, the linebackers, the defensive linemen did a stunt where they did a twist on the right side of the defensive line. And, man, when they came through, they took out 3 offensive linemen on the one play, left it wide open for Will Anderson to cut back in the middle, and he would have had a sack, no doubt, man. So that was a good look. I'm hoping that the Texans can execute on those type of plays more consistently. But you can definitely see that the defensive side of the ball is definitely going to be a strong point for the Texans moving forward into the season. And then my biggest takeaway for the day is Tank Dell, man. It's never a bad time to throw to Tank Dell, man. The dude is always open. He creates space with such ease. I know that they always concern themselves with how small he is and everything, but listen, the fact that he can put his foot in the ground and create space in a flash, listen, if C.J. Stroud or whoever's at quarterback is, got their eyes on him, as long as they're not just, watching and leading him with their eyes so the defensive players can make a break on it, like the safeties or whatever, then, man, Tank Dell is going to definitely be a wide receiver number 1 caliber player, if not 1A, 1B. Nico Collins is giving them a run for his money as far as on the deep ball. He and C.J. Stroud make a good tandem when it comes to the deep passes. Nico Collins at 6'4", he's definitely capable of going up and getting the touchdown. So a lot of deep passes are going up and being caught by Nico. A lot of under routes are being caught by Tank Dell. It brings me a lot of joy to be able to see that they can execute in practice. I hope that they can do the same thing on the field when it's game time, man. So that's something to look forward to. Tank Dale is always open. Nico can always go get it. Now it's up to the rest of the guys to try to live up to the same, partnership in that mixture and try to get their reps in too, man. I'm standing in the middle of a parking lot. This is kind of awkward, man, but I had to get you guys an update, man. So the last day of training camp that was open to the public was pretty awesome. Cal hosted a cookout, so there was, free hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff like that.
Swing by over here. We'll be cooking burgers and hot dogs. And again, thanks. We're excited for the season. And our first game coming up, we'll be ready for it. And appreciate you guys running in here for you. Thank you.
So again, I stress to you, I know that this is the last opportunity for fans to come out and come see the team. But if you get an opportunity next year to come out to training camp, absolutely come out to training camp. It was bananas. I'll post pictures in this video. I'm sure I'll chop them up, post them in there. But we were out there probably at 4 something in the morning to 5 something in the morning, whatever. They let us in the gates at 8. First 1,000 people or so got wristbands so they could go in and get under the covered area. It was hot as all hell, but it was exhilarating, man. A lot of good people, a lot of good fans, even some opposing fans from Miami showed up, man. So it was kind of cool to be in that type of environment, man. If you get the opportunity to come, absolutely come. Bring your kids, get some autographs. Andre Johnson was there, Slim Thug was there. A number of different celebrities and other people were there that we hadn't seen in a long time, so it was good. You can also tell that the vibe of the city is better right now, man. I was talking to Larry in Stafford, of course, the H-Town legend, Houston, Texas fan legend, and we were just recognizing that the vibe is different right now, man. When David Culley was here, it wasn't like this. When Lovie Smith was here, it wasn't like this. It's just a different vibe. And so, having DeMeco Ryans back is something that we definitely got to appreciate. I hope that the fans, being Houston fans, the sports fans that we are, man, I know that some people can tend to be fickle. You fickle. Okay, never mind. I know that some fans can tend to be fickle. And for the fickle fans, man, all I can tell you is give it time. You're not going to care about that anyway, man. You're going to, we got people that's still thinking that Davis Mills is the better quarterback on the team right now, and that's just not the case. You know how I know Davis Mills is not the number 1 quarterback? Because when he was signing autographs, people weren't making a big deal about it, man. He was out there signing a whole bunch of autographs yesterday, and nobody was really making a big deal about it. It was kind of funny to see. And now, no knock on Davis Mills, forgive the truck. No knock on Davis Mills, but it's just one of those things, man. Davis Mills is just not that dude, man. C.J. Stroud was the one that was getting all the hubbub about that, man. So, like I said, going all the way back to the original point, man, if you get the opportunity to come out to Texans training camp, tickets are free. Schedule it out. Prepare to be standing on your feet. Prepare to be dealing with the heat. It is what it is. You know how it is in Houston, man. So, bring your fandom, bring your gear, get your autographs, have some food, have some drinks, stay hydrated, have a great time, man. All right, man, I'm going to shut it down. Till next time, Houston Texas Fan of Rehab, I'm out.